locked up for the first time when?
Shit, when I was like, 13.
Okay.
Yeah, and I had went to EF. That's when I had ran into Big Sad, you feel me, as a young kid.
Oh, shit,
and he was in there popping it like he was just some hard young dude, you feel me, with a gap tooth.
And this is before the music and everything?
Before all that, man, we like little ass kids, you feel me? He was like a little goofball ass kid. I always be like quiet, you feel me? Like I'm just now learning how to really get outspoken because I've been out at the pen for a nice little amount of time. I'm getting my energy and shit back, you feel me? But I always used to be quiet, mind my business, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times people will think like you soft. You know what I'm saying? Even if you working out, you doing your program, people will just be like, oh, you like, he don't never like say nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, and that just was a situation. So I had to throw piss in his face.
Wait a minute.
You know what I'm saying? I had to throw piss in his face. And that's an EF. He already know Los Padrinos. Nigga, don't act like you forgot.
Wait, break down the situation.
Oh, shit, man. He was just popping it through the door one day. You know what I'm saying? I actually got into it with another dude in between the cells. And he was like banging on me. And we was like talking about we gonna fade when the doors pop. And Big Sal was popping it through his door. Like, you know what I'm saying? So first I poured some piss inside the dude that I'm finna fight. I poured in his shoes. When I walk out to go see the nurse, I had a little cup of piss on me. You feel me? Poured in the dude's shoes. Bam. Come out. When the dude's supposed to come out, but when the doors pop, this nigga don't come out. This nigga, so I got the piss, bro. I'm trying to hit him with the piss and then take off on him, you feel me? So bam, he don't come out, but Big Sad coming out like he looking and waiting on the nigga to come out. So I just get off on him. You feel me? You got to get off on somebody, especially when you feeling it. You know what I'm saying?
And how good of a squabble was Big Sad?
It wasn't really no squabble, man. It was
like
just like a piss to the face and a slap to the face, and the shit was really over. Not a slap, a punch to the face, and he just fell down. And then I went to the other dude door like, you know, this should have been you, nigga. You a pussy, you feel me? A nigga from Trucks. You know what I'm saying? Nigga named, what was his name? D-Mac, D-Loc or something from Trucks. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Holy shit. So you never really ran into Big Sad again after that?
Nah, hell nah. Because they like West LA.
Yeah.
But you got to think about it. Well, shit, man. You know, I was getting into it with a lot of dudes when I had went to that junior high where I had broke the Hispanic dude arm. And shout out to all my Hispanics, you feel me? They was really bullying me, y'all. You feel me? On some real shit. They ain't like power rules, you feel me? Because what the homies be doing, you feel me? So they was really on me, you feel me? And we had already had a little incident down the street before I broke his arm. They had already gave us a warning. We had a fight down the street and it turned into a little small riot, you feel me? And then when I came back, bro, the first day back from the 6-day suspension, they came up again. Like they didn't give a fuck about being suspended, bro. Like if they was already in the prison, like they ready to riot, you feel me? And I was just like, damn, like this school active as a motherfucker, you feel me? This junior high school get bragging. So bam, shit, broke his arm. Cause I was always taught if you getting jumped, just get the closest nigga to you and fuck him over. You feel me? Fuck him over. You know what I'm saying? And I was a kid at the time and I was just holding his arm. He had his arm like this. And the whole time I'm holding it like that and I'm lifting up and his homie hit me in the head and he's screaming, I'm on. But yeah, though, yeah, back to what you were talking about. My bad.
I mean, yeah, if you could hurt one person, that's like the best you could hope for when you're getting jumped, right?
Yeah, but now as you get older, you got to be trying to knock out 4 or 5 niggas at one time. Red homies. Boom, bam, bam, you got to be knowing how to do 501s, you feel me? You got to be knowing how to, and it's better when you're getting jumped, you feel me? Because it's like, I don't know. To me, it's better when you getting jumped. Sometimes it's you know, 1-on-1 is boo, but when you having like a 4-5 man and they really, you jumping around and you hitting shit and they might be hitting each other on accident and you just putting shit down, you really just feel like a monster. You know what I'm saying? You really feel like you just that guy at the end, especially if you don't fall. If you don't fall, you really a dog.
Right.
Yeah, for real.
But I feel like when you're getting jumped, you're probably going to fall. They're going to hit you, and you're going to fall down. You're going to have to curl up into a ball. I mean, I've seen it happen many times.
Because you got to be doing more than just swinging. You got to be wrestling. You got to be playing football. You got to be like damn near tackling. You got to be hitting niggas' heads against the wall. You feel me? Like you got to be doing shit. You got to be moving around different. You got to be moving strategic.
But that's the problem with wrestling is that it's like if you're fighting one person 1-on-1, yeah, you can wrestle them. But as soon as you start start trying to choke them out or whatever, your head is just sitting there floating and somebody can just walk up and boot you in the head or whatever.
I'm not really into choking and shit.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I do know, I did kind of do a little jiu-jitsu and shit as a kid, but that's really, when you do jiu-jitsu, you learn to use everything as a weapon. Like the wall is a weapon, the desk is a weapon, everything is a weapon. So, you know what I'm saying? Instead of just, I don't know, bro. Like, I'm not really into wrestling. I'm not about to grab nobody. I'm not about to try to grab nobody's shirt. I go straight from the shoulders. You feel me? Okay. You know what I'm saying? That's juvenile hall YA type shit. You know what I'm saying?
What do you feel like the biggest thing you learned while you were locked up that first time around was that changed you as a person?
The first time I went to prison, the shit wasn't nothing because I was coming from juvenile hall. Then I went to the bounty jail. Then I went to the prison and I was fucking shit up so much. I had 22 fades in the bounty and I had 15 fades in the prison. Old Folsom State Prison. A gang of riders was there with me. You know what I'm saying? And they know what time it is. Lil Bookie Rue, Northside Pomona. You feel me?
Wait a minute. So you had to go to the regular jail and prison in the same stretch? How long were you locked up total there?
Shit, it was like 4, 5, 6 years.
Oh, shit.
Because I had caught an extra charge. I had got on a nigga from trucks. You feel me? He whacked the hood out on his arm. Had to get on him. I was going to blast him up, but the homie, we was already on lockdown with the Hispanics. So the homie was like, don't blast him up. Just do him bad because we're going to go on lockdown with the Crips. I was already telling niggas like, all right, I'm going to see y'all later. I'm going to the shoe. I was already going to everybody's door, like planning on going to the hole for a murder or something. You know what I'm saying? Because I had a different kind of mind frame now that I'm older and got kids and shit. You know, back then I was just like nigga really did. Nigga was ruthless, untouchable. You feel me?
You weren't worried about shit.
Yeah.
But were you thinking, like, had you thought about like what it might be like killing somebody in jail and the fact that you might have to be locked up for an extended period of time as a result, or were you just so in the middle of shit that you weren't even thinking about that shit?
Shit, I didn't plan on getting caught. Shit, I was gonna blast him up, and I already had it arranged. That's why I was the night before the shit happened. I already had the shit arranged. Shout out my nigga OG Slick from where my nigga from? Oak Park Bloods, Sacramento. You know what I'm saying? He was gonna flush the shit down the toilet for a nigga because he was on the first floor. You feel me? I'm in Old Folsom. It's 5 floors up. It's called the Castle. That's why I'm King Pill. You dig what I'm saying?
Okay. Wait. What's the longest knife that you can flush? Because I always hear people talk about flushing knives, but then I also hear them talking about having long ass knives, and I'm picturing it just not being able to be flushed.
Oh shit! What I had, it wasn't long. It was just straight to the point.
Okay.
Yeah, metal ruler, but not too big, not too fat.
Right.
Hit a nigga and get rid of that.
But that was required basically while you were in there?
No, it wasn't required. Everybody don't have to have a knife.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like the streets. Everybody don't gotta have a gun. You feel me? But shit, if you one of them boys and you making noise, shit, you better have something, you feel me?
I just heard so many people talk about how they basically need to keep a knife on them at all times.
Yeah, I didn't have no celly, bro.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? I used to do single cell a lot, you feel me?
Why?
Because I'm juvenile hall kid.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Then you got niggas in there doodling with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling y'all, man, niggas in there boo-booing and all that stinking ass shit. Niggas having attitudes. And I'm the type of nigga that I'm so real and so boo. You know what I'm saying? Nigga gotta start having the attitude. I'ma crash on him in that motherfucker. You feel me? Like niggas acting funny about his little commissary because I ain't used to get commissary. You feel me? So if you know what I'm saying, bro, just little weird shit tick me off. You know what I'm saying?
So somebody taking a shit in front of you pisses you off?
Nah, not that, bro. I mean, if the shit just stinking like a motherfucker, bro, I'll be like, hey, my nigga, slow down on them spreads, blood. Like, you got this motherfucker stinking on Pyru, like on rules. You
Damn, but so you didn't have anybody who was giving you money for commissary or whatever,
Nah.
so you're kind of down bad in comparison to some people?
Yeah.
Damn, that's got to create like a crazy hierarchy where the dudes who got mad snacks are like viewed as rich in their rent.
Right. But shit, you know, I used to have good relationships with a lot of people, you feel me? So they already knew I was like the young nigga in there, you know what I'm saying? So they'll just try to drop shit off, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Here go like some extra lunch meat out the packages.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But most of the time I used to be in there. That's why I was so swole, because a nigga used to be like on the, like, you know, it's like intermittent fasting, you feel me? Out here, I'll be eating a gang of shit, but in there, when you ain't got shit at nighttime, bro, and your shit rumbling, and you still tell yourself while you watching TV, I used to tell myself, bro, when I did get a TV, the homie gave me a TV, I went months without a TV, but when I got the TV, I told myself, instead of being lazy like niggas and watching this TV, every commercial, you got to do some motherfucking sit-ups. You got to jump down, do your push-ups. You got to do something every commercial. You feel me? Okay. So, shit, just staying focused in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I was going to school in there, too. I got my GED in that motherfucker. Shout out Greystone Prison.